The Influencer's Edge is brought to you by the Rapid Sales Accelerator. If you're ready to skyrocket your sales by 30% or more in just 90 days, then you need to claim your free training right now. You'll learn 4 words that will compel your prospects to trust you like they were children within the first 3 to 5 minutes of any conversation across any platform and any medium. You'll learn how to give your prospects objection amnesia, to crush objections like, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need more time to think it over, or it's too expensive. If you'd like to claim your free training now, go to www.paulrossbook.com. Do it before your competition does it now. Welcome to the Influencer's Edge. This is the place where you come to get the latest breakthroughs, cutting-edge insights, tools, and techniques to leapfrog over the pack in sales, persuasion, and influence. Be sure you visit our website at www.theinfluencersedge.com. And while you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now sit back, tune in, and enjoy today's episode. Welcome to the Influencer's Edge, Halloween edition.
Halloween edition.
Thank you. There can't be anything more terrifying than an agent from the service knocking on your door. So for Halloween, this is my costume for the last 2 years, along with a kid's badge and cuffs and the whole yard. So again, this is being filmed Halloween, October 31st.
Yes, and I'm a princess, if you didn't notice.
Well, okay, princesses don't usually pay taxes, so I'm coming after.
Yeah, don't come for me.
I'm coming for you, Jillian Leslie. So let's do your short bio. Jillian, you are an entrepreneur with a wealth of experience, having built multiple 7-figure online businesses. That's a lot.
Yeah.
You care to tell me how much money you've made?
Ooh.
And host of the Blogger Genius podcast. We have to talk about having me on that show, which is close to 1 million downloads. You are also the co-founder of Milo Tree. Get the name Milo, a dog.
Milo Tree is a tree that grows in Hawaii. And my family, my husband and daughter and I were on vacation. And at the hotel we were staying at, they had yoga right by the ocean in the morning, and they said, meet under the Milo tree. And so I did the yoga. My husband and daughter came to meet me. My husband and I were building our first SaaS software company, and we were thinking about names. And my daughter, who must have been 8 at the time, said, how about Milo tree? Because we were sitting under the Milo tree. So it's a tree that is native to Hawaii, which is my favorite special place in the world.
Sweet. So Milo Tree is a software company that helps thousands of bloggers, creators, coaches, and entrepreneurs monetize through selling digital products. I've been selling digital products since 1997. Originally, we were on DVDs and CDs, but the cost of production was tremendous. So let's talk about scaling, how entrepreneurs can leverage digital products for growth.
Yeah. So what I see, so I talk to a lot of experts like you, lots of successful bloggers and creators, and the world has really shifted. It used to be, especially during the pandemic, like if you were a food blogger, you hit pay dirt because everybody was home and everybody wanted recipes, for example. And there was this really cool play to make money, which is I'm going to grow my traffic. I'm going to lean into SEO, let's say, and I'm going to optimize my blog or my website, and I'm going to put ads on my blog, and I'm going to make passive income through ads, through affiliates, those kinds of things. And to be honest with you, like everything, there's a season. And I would argue that season is ending. I think with AI content, I go to Google now and I search and I want that little AI box at the top to answer my question. I don't want to go to somebody's website, some random website for the answer. Therefore, this whole traffic play, this sense of like, I'm going to get a bunch of free traffic, doesn't really exist in the same way. Therefore, what is the business model? And I would argue it is now about human connection. And I know with you and kind of speaking to people and storytelling, all of that stuff comes right to the fore. Therefore, what I think or what I see is people finding success, creating their own communities. And this is by solving problems for people with a point of view. So it's not just what you can get with AI, but hey, like for example, I'm giving you my point of view right now on what I see working. And then people saying, hey, I like what she's saying. I want to learn more about her, not because you care about Princess Jillian or my family or my trip to Hawaii. Really, you care that I can solve a problem for you and that you might get like, ooh, I like her vibe. Therefore, you join my community, whether you sign up for my email list, which is super powerful, you follow me on social media, but then over
Pause,
time,
pause, 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 pause button. You
please,
dropped gold. I warned you
please,
that I would stop you.
love it.
Said email is super powerful. How is email a community? Because each person is receiving it on their own and they can't talk to the other recipients.
It's really a way for when you join somebody's email list, you're giving them permission, almost like inviting them into your living room. So if you join my email list and I'm doing a good job, I know you and what you're struggling with. I'm providing value for you. And yes, it is about you then feeling a connection to me. But then my job is to take what that connect, like to learn from you. So I'm in constant contact with you. I'm saying, email me back, talk to me. Here are some questions, getting your insights, sharing that with my community, and then building that out, whether it be, say, in my podcast, in more of my emails, in the content I'm creating. Now, could be that then I say, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to teach something in a workshop, in a live workshop, or I'm going to create a community, an actual community around let's say, parenting toddlers, parenting difficult toddlers. And so I'm going to build my community that way. But in reality, through email, hopefully you're getting a sense of me, I'm getting a sense of you, and it starts to feel like a community because the people on my list all are suffering, all are struggling with the same problem, all kind of have this same point of view. So yeah, it's like a virtual thing, but it's really much more concentrated than if you see a post of mine on Instagram and you like it.
I agree. I just happen to believe that the problem with Instagram, et cetera, is you're competing with I'm just going to say it, OnlyFans girls who have 10 million followers, and also the tremendous distraction and lack of attention span of people who are scrolling. This is just my opinion. What do you think?
Totally.
You're the expert.
Think I like to think about our businesses as funnels. And the top of the funnel is you don't know me. So where, like, for example, people who are listening to this is the first time probably they're hearing me, right? Top of your funnel, like, do I like or do I not? So Instagram is top of your funnel. It's a very thin connection. Maybe you see something and maybe you like it. Maybe hopefully you follow me. And then the next step is, okay, you're seeing me show up, let's say on Instagram, but you're not in a position to purchase or to build, to go deeper. But what if I put something in front of you, like some sort of freebie that speaks to you? Because remember, I solve a problem and I've got a point of view. And if I can solve a small problem for you, maybe you'll give me your email address. Okay, you've moved down my funnel. Now through email, I can build a deeper relationship. Remember, you've let me into your living room. Now I can talk to you and say, hey, I get you. I get you, Paul. I know what you're struggling with. Here's a story from my own life where I struggled with that same thing. Here are some solutions I can give you for free. Here, listen to this podcast episode, read this blog post. Here's a resource. Now, all of a sudden, you're intrigued and you start to go, hey, she's speaking my language. I'm really struggling here. Maybe she's got some solutions. So I say, you know what, Paul, I got an ebook that I can sell you, not expensive, but it will take it'll go deeper. And then let's say you purchase it and I deliver. That's a big piece. I need to deliver. I need you to go, yes, to be constantly saying yes. And then you might go, oh, I want to go to her workshop. I'm willing to spend $39 to do a one-off hour-long live workshop with her. Okay, that helped me. And now I'm willing, let's say, to get on a call with her, do a coaching call, or join her community, eventually maybe join her mastermind. But that is the model today that I believe works. I'm
So
no
you would
longer,
say, if I
go
could,
ahead.
let me push a button because this is intriguing me on a personal level. I'm sure my audience is intrigued. Let me circle back to a couple of things. You said, give the information, give the education with your point of view. I had a coach who said, don't be afraid to call out what's wrong in your industry. Don't be
Yes,
afraid to say, this is a myth, this is not working. Do you agree with that?
absolutely,
How do you do that? How
absolutely.
do
Because
you
go ahead.
how are you a contrarian? I'm a contrarian without coming off as offensive or butthurt, as the young people say.
Okay, I am a contrarian in that I believe you need to use the easiest technology possible. We are sold this, and this is, by the way, like our philosophy behind MiloTree, which is the software we sell. So we sell a piece of software. You can go to milotree.com and we help you grow your audience and sell to your audience. And that's what we do. So we sell a pop-up app that you can install on your blog, pops up and says, follow me on social media, remember, top of your funnel. We sell software where you can offer a freebie to grow your email list. We deliver it to your audience, integrate with all email service providers, and then we enable you to sell any kind of digital product, a digital download, a workshop, a membership, anything like that. And our MO is we do it simply. Therefore,
What
our
does that
version,
mean? What does it mean when you say you do it simply?
so let's say you, Paul, I give you some AI.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Siri thought
nice.
I was asking Siri a question. Go ahead.
I give you, let's say, AI prompt, and I have 13 AI prompts to help you write an ebook in your niche. You use those prompts. I give you the Canva template to create your ebook. You can do all of this in 2 hours. Now I go, okay, use MiloTree to sell it. What you do, upload your ebook to our platform. We create an AI generated sales page for you. We integrate with Stripe, best in class payment tool. Ultimately, you use that sales page to get customers. We deliver that ebook directly to your customers. We give you a dashboard to manage your sales. The end. We integrate it, as I might have said, with your
It's
email service.
turnkey.
It's yes.
It's turnkey.
But what we say is trust us. So in your sales page, we give you one font. Like you don't get, we've done the heavy lifting. We've optimized your sales page for you. So boom, you tell me in one sentence what your ebook is about. You give me the name and the price. I've generated an AI sales page for you. Now you can edit it. You can add some images. You can add a video if you want, but I'm going to keep it slim. Why? Because
What does
I
that mean?
know
What does that mean when you say keeping it slim?
that if I give you so many crayons in your crayon box, if I give you the 64 crayon box, you're going to, like, I always say it this way. If I give you too much rope, I promise you'll hang yourself. So I just want to give you 8 crayons and go, but move quickly. and test and try and put it out there. And it doesn't have to be perfect, because your perfect might not be my perfect. So you've spent an extra month or so making it perfect to you. No, get it out in front. See if I'm going to buy this. See if this is solving my problem. So that's where I would say, going back to your point, I'm a contrarian. I don't want to give you, I don't want to be an all-in-one platform. I want you to use your email service. I don't want to be your email service, because I'm never going to compete with MailChimp or MailerLite or ConvertKit. In fact, you go use that. We'll integrate with that. So this is where I would say being a contrarian is valuable, because some people in your audience, like tech bros, are going to be like, I don't want that platform. I want all the customization. I want to be able to use my own CSS and all of this stuff. And I'm saying, great, we're not for you, but we are for the person who hates tech, who wants that turnkey solution where you can't mess it up. I promise you, I'm not going to let you hang yourself.
I'm laughing on a lot of levels, because this is landing for me on a lot of levels. One of my icons, idols, mentors, teachers, Dan Kennedy. I'm sure you've heard of Dan Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Dan was a contrarian. He's still around, a contrarian. And he said, you always, in any kind of sale, as far as possible, want to say who this is not for, so people can eliminate themselves. And then those who want it will go, wow, this person must have something. They don't need everybody. It's a really good strategy. It's a good sales strategy that has stood the test of time. I had an idea that I wanted to toss your way. One of the things we've been doing for another business that I don't want to get into is, in addition to getting the low-cost entry-level product, it's an AI product, we have an offering where for a small amount of money, they can upsell into a WhatsApp group. And the WhatsApp group is a tremendous community. There's tremendous interaction there. I can record a 1-minute video with a push of a button, either daily with a tip or responding to student questions. Have you looked into creating a WhatsApp group along with whatever your primary offering is, as a way of creating a very interactive community? We manage it through something called nas.io. Have you heard of nas.io?
No.
nas.io allows you to message and manage your WhatsApp business group through email, through text, through WhatsApp notifications. It's really, really, really good.
After we get off this call, I'm going to check this out. So no, in fact, I've just started to get invitations to join some WhatsApp groups, but it's been late for me. Like we have a Facebook group, and that's really an Instagram. Those are really the platforms where our customers are hanging out. And so it's interesting that you bring this up. Now, what I would say is I want to ask my audience if that would be something interesting for them. I know, like, that my international audience are all over WhatsApp. American audiences, I feel, are slow in terms of the uptake of WhatsApp. Like, it feels like anybody who goes overseas goes, oh, we should communicate via WhatsApp.
You'll be shocked. You'll be
Yeah.
shocked. I don't want to make about this call about me coaching you. I'm just, we can talk about this off the air.
But here's the thing with our product, right? So we give you a sales page and we give you a link. You can customize this link. Go put that into your WhatsApp group. Go put it into your Facebook group. Go put it in your link in bio. Like, our whole, like, my belief is, and this is interesting for you because your expertise is selling. So I get a lot of pushback from my audience about, I don't want to be salesy. Now, my audience is predominantly female. And you know what I say to that? Please go be salesy. If you believe in your solution, chances are, as a woman, and I'm going to make a generalization, I'm not sure you're selling it enough. And the way to think about it is, I've got a solution that can help you. If that's the case, I'm doing a disservice if I don't say, hey, Paul, I could really help you. So this isn't, again, the Jillian show. It's not about me growing my business kind of at the expense of you. Like, I'm going to pull a fast one, sell you some snake oil. No, let's say you come to me with a problem like my vegetable garden, I'm just making this up. Like, my vegetables just aren't thriving. I'm getting mold and my tomatoes just aren't good. And if I were your neighbor and I had a garden, I'd be like, Paul, oh my God, I have the solution for you. Maybe it's a product, maybe it's a technique or something, but like, I would want to help you. So if you feel that way about your solution, you almost have an obligation to say, hey, I can fix your garden for you.
I agree.
And
I
that's how
agree.
I think about selling. So it's like, my solution is helpful. I need to shout it from the rooftops.
I agree. Off the air, I'll give you a reframe, or if you bring me in front of your Facebook group, I promise, I will give you a reframe and how they think that will forever get rid of this objection. So they never again have a problem with sales. It's a 2-sentence reframe that will wipe that off the map. I'll share that with your community.
Yeah. But like, the death word in my community is salesy. I don't want to be seen as salesy. And I go, oh, let's not think about it that way. Let's think about the fact that you could make somebody's life better. So
I love selling. I agree with you. If you're not selling, you're not serving.
that's it. There you go. So it's like those kinds of things where I feel like, back to your initial thing, I feel like I'm a contrarian. I feel like people need to hear this. You don't need complicated tech today. You need to put yourself out there. You need to know who you are, what you stand for. That you need to show people that you have integrity, be authentic, and build relationships. Even though it's the internet, build relationships one by one, especially in the beginning. It's like this. So when you were talking about email, which seems one to many, still ask for feedback. Find those people who are your raving fans and befriend them.
Yep.
Get on a Zoom call.
This is something I do, which is every third email or fourth email, I'll say, do you think I'm full of shit? Do you like what I just said? Email me. I read every email. Let me know what you think. And then when they email me, I email them back with a custom. It's not an AI. I will email them back saying, thank you. I think I was full of shit there. Or that's a good point. If you're not extending those invitations in your communication, no matter what it is, then you're just people are not going to communicate back unless you make the ask.
Absolutely. And that you again present yourself as relatable, and I guess before we put these hats on of like, I'm an influencer or I'm an expert. And I do believe that hopefully you have some expertise, but I always say with a small E, not a big capital E, like, bring yourself down so that you can say, I know where you are in your journey. I've been there. I get it. And therefore somebody says, oh, she's maybe just like a step or two ahead. And I'm like the older sister setting you up for success. So I think it's about reframing our role as entrepreneurs today.
That requires a setting aside of the ego, because people want to present themselves, or in my case, I am ahead of a lot of people. I've been doing it 30 years. And I do know a lot of stuff that people don't know, but it's also, there I am with the ego making the show about me. Let's continue to make it about you. So let me give you a pushback.
Okay.
Some people in my audience are sitting here thinking, wow, she's really charming. I love the princess crown. A lot of what she's saying is making sense. However, this sounds to me just like more funnel hacking. Oh, I'm gonna hack my funnel doing it this way. And I'm sick of funnel hacking. It's never worked for me before. I have to push back. I don't think that's the case with you. I think it's something entirely different. But I know someone in my audience is thinking this. So address that idiot. if you would.
Absolutely. I think that everything is a funnel in business. Like, I think it's a framework. And you need to know where the people, like, first of all, I would argue your email list is probably one of your most valuable assets.
For sure.
Therefore, everything you're doing should focus on how do I grow my email? Because if I can grow my email, chances are I can grow my sales. And it's all about, I need a fair amount of people at the top because it's going to winnow down. Not everybody who knows me is going to buy from me. And so I think that funnel hacking is, it's funny because I think that's a really smart thing to be doing. Where is my bucket leaking? Where am I losing people? Where's the disconnect? So what I say is this, to step back from your business and ask yourself, what's the big problem I solve? And notice, by the way, I keep talking about business in terms of solving a problem. I think, again, that is a really powerful framework. And what I say is, if you can solve a problem for somebody else that fits into one or more of these categories, you're onto something, which is, can I sell you something that makes you money? If I can sell you something for $100, but I know that you're going to make $1,000, you will buy that product every day. If I can sell you something that saves money, you'll buy my product if it's real, right? If I sell you it for $50, but I can save you $100, that makes perfect sense. If I could sell you a product that saves you time, because we all do trade time for money, especially you're a busy executive. You're going to pay thousands of dollars to save time. If I can sell you a product that moves you toward happiness, this is where wellness fits in. All of it is, buy my aromatherapy candle and you will find inner peace. You will buy that. If I can sell you a product that moves you away from pain, like I got a busted shoulder and you're going to sell me something that really will fix it, I would buy that.
Yes.
Or I will sell you something that raises your social status. So when you start thinking about the solution that you can offer, see if you can get it to fit into at least one of these buckets. Then take that big problem. Let's say I can help you lose weight, right? Well, what are the components that go into weight loss? So it's probably things like, what am I eating? How much am I eating? What is my mindset? How does my family set me up or not for this?
Right.
How long will it take? Where does exercise fit in? And then you start leading somebody on the journey of weight loss. So what is the tiniest thing you can offer as, say, an opt-in to your email list that solves a little problem at the beginning? Okay, what's the next piece and the next piece? And this is how you think about building your business. So it's not this random scatter shot of, well, I could sell this, I could sell this, we could talk about exercise, we could talk about supplements, we could whatever. No, it's like, I'm going to lead you. So I'm the leader on the journey. And that's how I think you build your successful business, and you think about it in terms of a funnel framework.
I like the distinction. A framework, it's not necessarily a framework or a funnel, but framework is a nice modification of funnel. Funnel is part of an overall framework of what you're doing. I get it. That I like.
So it's about the intention at the beginning. Like, I'm going to say, before you create your first digital product, really and again, it's not like this is going to take months, but you need to step back, look at your business through fresh eyes, look at those 6 purchasing buckets I just shared, look at the big problem you solve, and then breaking it down into smaller pieces that fit together like puzzle pieces, so that you don't just go off and get busy and have nothing to show for it.
Now, what would you say to someone who says, a digital, I don't like the ascension model. I'm looking for people who are already well-to-do or making a lot of money. And what I'll do, my models essentially is give them some really good free stuff and continue to educate them on the unique value of what you have through different media. So for example, in my case, every fourth email will be a video lesson. Email, video lesson, email, video lesson with real value. And sooner or later, I offer them, well, I'm not going to tell them what they do. I want people to figure it out on their own. But what would you say to people who say, give a lot of free value and then get people on a call? Don't sell them something cheap first.
Ooh, okay, here's what I'm going to say. Test it. Who knows? Your rich audience could be different than my rich audience. Maybe my rich audience needs that introductory product and yours doesn't, because I don't know who your audience is.
Got it.
This is this idea that we have an assumption, we have a hypothesis of how we think our business should run. Maybe you're right, but be open to the fact that maybe you're not right. Therefore, get nimble, get testing.
And so many entrepreneurs are resistant to
Yes.
testing, but testing is so necessary. And if you don't like doing the testing, hire someone onto your team who will do it, who will measure it and report to you, give you the report.
We again, the one of the hardest things for us to do as entrepreneurs is see our business through somebody else's eyes. We're so close to it. And it's really funny because I get on calls with a lot of entrepreneurs and they'll say, like, well, to talk about their digital product strategy. And they will say, I have this idea for a digital product, regardless of what it is. What do you think? And I'm always honest. That is part of kind of who I am. Hopefully you can tell
Of
from
course.
this podcast. And I'll be honest. I'll be like, oh, and if I really like it, I'll be like, whoa, I think that's a great idea. And the person will go, oh, good. So you think it'll sell? And then I always have to go, I have no idea if it will sell. I'm just one person. I might not even be in your niche. Like I'm not, do not trust me. This is just
You
my
know,
opinion. You have to go see if you can sell it. See if people want to buy that from you.
Jillian, what comes to mind is something my now late great mentor, Gary Halbert, used to say is if you have a sales piece and people read it and say, this is a really good sales piece, that's a failure. If you have a sales piece and people read it and say, where the hell can I buy this? That's a
Yes.
success.
Exactly. People like, I feel like courses are kind of crested because they're hard to put together and people don't complete them and things like that. But people will be like, I have to create a course, which takes a lot of time. And I say, only create a course if you can pre-sell it 4 or 5 times. You can give a discount. However, it's not enough to go, I'm going to create a course. What do you think? Would you buy it? You'll be like, of course I'll buy it. But like your mother will say that to you. So then
Yeah.
you say, if you say, would you buy it? And if you, Paul, say, yeah, I'll buy your course. Great, Paul. Here, I'm going to give you a discount, maybe 50% off. Give me your credit card. And if you can get people giving you their credit card, you're onto something. Now, I still will tell you, make it more down and dirty than you would want to. Do not go off and spend 6 months creating a course. But the way that you test your course idea is you pre-sell your course. You don't go make it, come back and say, hey guys, remember Paul, you said you'd buy it? Give me your credit card. Because you will be shocked at how many people go, oh, no. Like, no, I don't need it anymore. Or, no, so that
Let
is
me push
where,
back again. This is a great
please.
interview because I'm doing 3 or 4 pushbacks with you. Many people will say, the era of digital courses is dead. If below a certain price, above a certain price point, if you're going to do a digital course, people want some form of live support. If you're doing a digital course and you're selling it for $47, that's a different thing.
Right.
But if you got a price point of $600 or $900, people just, the general trend, and I'm speaking in generalities, marking, because I keep my finger on the pulse of the market, is people no longer will buy a three-figure, 1, 2, 3, anything over $97 unless you give them, and we can say test it, of course, we always test some element of live support. If you want $600, $900, $2,000 for a digital course, you've got to give them live support. What's your pushback to me?
I don't have a pushback to that at all. And in fact, I'm going to say if you are thinking of offering a course, put a membership on the other side of it.
Yeah.
Where it is a live component, where you set it up throughout the course of live sessions. There needs to be this human piece. And the problem with courses is I buy your course, Paul, and then I don't know, I have all this great intention to go through it. But my phone, I get a text and then I've got a project that I've got to work on. I've got an email I've got to put out. And so guess what? Your course, which is sitting there, but it's a commitment, but I could do it tomorrow. I could do it the next day. Whereas if you hold me responsible and go, hey, Jillian, you just bought my course. Next week on Monday, we're meeting and I want to see your progress. That's different.
Exactly. This is the same, exactly what I'm saying. You need the live element and you need to even gamify it, award badges and that sort of thing. We're talking the same language here. In fact, we've run overtime. You've been such a great guest.
Oh, good.
This has been great. I've had fun. I want you back on the show.
I really love it.
So, but it won't be a Halloween edition.
I know. No princess, no IRS special agent.
Okay, so my audience, I know, is going to want to stay in the conversation with you. How do they do that?
Easy. First, email me. I'm at Jillian@milotree.com. That's MILOTREE, like you. I love getting emails. I love responding to them. So please know I'm not a stranger. You can DM me on Instagram at milotree. Please check out my podcast called the Blogger Genius Podcast. I've been doing it for 7 years. Every week, I interview experts, successful entrepreneurs. I do a bunch of solo, exactly, you're going to come on my show, a bunch of solo episodes on these kinds of topics that I think are contrarian. And please check out MiloTree. Right now, we offer it for 30 days free. Go try it. It will work for you. And I'm here to help in every way possible.
I believe you. You strike me very transparent, very sincere. I have an eye after doing this for 3 decades of spotting bullshitters after being burned many times. All right. You've been a wonderful guest, an absolute wonderful guest, Jillian. Stay on with me for a green room chat. Well, this has been the Halloween edition. Pay your taxes or they will knock on your door. You don't want that knock. Trust me. You don't. I don't
Are you speaking from experience?
No comment. Off the air, I'll tell you. And so maybe, thanks for joining us today on the Influencer's Edge. We'll see you on the next episode. It will not be a Halloween episode. And we'll catch you on the other side. Thanks, ladies and germs.
And thank you so much for having me.
The Influencer's Edge is brought to you by the Rapid Sales Accelerator. If you're ready to skyrocket your sales by 30% or more in just 90 days, then you need to claim your free training right now. You'll learn 4 words that will compel your prospects to trust you like they were children within the first 3 to 5 minutes of any conversation across any platform and any medium. You'll learn how to give your prospects objection amnesia, to crush objections like, I need to talk to my spouse, or I need more time to think it over, or it's too expensive. If you'd like to claim your free training now, go to www.paulrossbook.com. Do it before your competition does it now. Thank you for tuning in to the Influencer's Edge, where you get the latest breakthroughs, cutting-edge insights, tools, and techniques so you can leapfrog over the pack in sales, influence, and persuasion. Remember to visit our website at www.theinfluencersedge.com to enjoy even more great episodes like this one. We look forward to seeing you again. on the Influencers Edge Show.